What will happen if you drink alcohol for a long time? You may think that drinking alcohol is a very normal small habit. Even if you get drunk, you will sober up when you wake up the next morning. But things are not as simple as you think. If you usually like to drink alcohol, then I advise you to watch this video carefully. When you finish drinking alcohol, changes have already occurred in your body. It's just that these changes are not obvious enough. But after accumulating over time, these changes will become more and more obvious. First of all, the parts that come into contact with alcohol are your tongue and oral mucosa. Alcohol will draw out their moisture, which is why you feel dry mouth. Subsequently, the alcohol will reach the stomach through the esophagus. Originally, the stomach has a layer of mucus protective film, which can protect the stomach wall. But alcohol will corrode this protective film. After the stomach wall loses the protective film, it is difficult to avoid the corrosion of gastric acid. After a long time, damage is bound to occur. People who drink alcohol often feel uncomfortable in their stomachs. In fact, this is the protest from the stomach. If you ignore it, it will lead to a decline in the stomach's self-healing ability. Then the alcohol will reach the small intestine. Under the absorption of the small intestine, a large number of harmful substances in the alcohol will spread to all parts of the body through the blood circulation. Stimulated by alcohol, the blood vessels will gradually dilate. This leads to an acceleration of the blood circulation speed, thus promoting an increase in body temperature. When the alcohol concentration in your body reaches its peak, your brain will be stimulated by the alcohol. There will also be problems with the connections between neurons and brain cells. This causes you to have a slow reaction, blurred vision, and emotional out of control. Under the stimulation of alcohol, you may even have a feeling of being in a trance, which will make you enjoy it very much. This is also the main reason for alcohol addiction. The brain, stimulated by alcohol, will secrete an excessive amount of dopamine, bringing a strong sense of excitement. This will disrupt the brain's reward mechanism. In order to maintain this feeling of pleasure, the brain will constantly suggest to you to consume more alcohol. Over time, certain areas of the brain will atrophy, leading to a decline in memory and judgment. At the same time, metabolizing alcohol also comes at a high cost. The liver has to bear the heavy responsibility of metabolism. It will first break down the alcohol into harmful acetaldehyde. Then, after a series of conversions, it turns into harmless acetic acid. If you drink alcohol for a long time, the liver has to operate in an overloaded mode. This will cause a large amount of fat to accumulate in the liver, and finally it will become swollen and enlarged. People who get easily flushed when drinking alcohol are because the liver cannot process too much acetaldehyde. Under normal circumstances, it takes 24 hours for the human body to metabolize the alcohol completely. But even so, alcohol will cause irreversible damage to the human body. Relevant information shows that many authoritative organizations have long listed alcohol as a Class 1 carcinogen. So for the sake of your physical health, try to drink less alcohol. Don't wait until there are problems with your body to regret it. By then, it will be too late. What will happen if you drink alcohol?